very interesting day because we're gonna talk about Stephen Crowder's response to Daily Wire's response. I do apologize for my voice. I did not warm it up. And yes, I make a video today, well, a live stream, but still, I should have warmed it up, so at least uh, I will warm it up as I record this live stream. Stephen Crowder responded, and the title is right over. And when I watched this video in the morning, it was so painful. And I wish you guys, okay, I can, but I don't think it's gonna be that loud. And watching it yourself because it's better to listen that way. But here goes.
Get deals that they wait like that, come over and make a salary and grow their brand. They be wage slaves for a little bit. They be wage slaves for a little bit.
Well, yeah, that. Basically, Stephen Crowder had a recording of Jeremy Boring and his conversation on the phone. Now, I'm surprised, very surprised that people still use tape recorders because I have not seen it in a couple of years. I don't think I've ever seen one in real life. So, seeing someone use that, it's kind of interesting. Now, playing this tape, and basically it's Jeremy Boring saying this. Now, this could have been easily taken out of context. You know, there's a lot of context to go through this. Now, um, let's just start talking about this. Now, he responded because Daily Wire made a video. He had to respond because people will get the wrong message, and the title says it all. I didn't want to do this, and I really understand that he was trying to keep it under the hood. It was things very plain because in his first video, um, he spoke as if as if he was he spoke very vaguely about them. It made people speculate whether he's talking about the Blaze, whether he's talking about Blaze, but whether he's talking about TPUSA, the conservative uh, incorporation, big giant, whatever you want to call it. Now, this is something very hard to talk about because both the Daily Wire and Stephen Crowder. I've mentioned it very clearly in my previous live stream that both are different animals. You know, Stephen Daily Wire are crocodiles. Basically, both are different animals. Now, just because a crocodile and an alligator looks the same doesn't really mean they have to be the same. One of them is more tamer. I forgot which is which, but regardless, you know what I'm gonna say. They may come from the same family, but same. They're very much different, and that's the truth of it all. You know, alligators are different, and crocodiles are different. Daily Stephen Crowder, all of them are conservatives. Problem is that Daily Wire is very milquetoast. Stephen Crowder is very coarse, craggy, basically not someone goes very smoothly along the road. In fact, I think Stephen would go very smoothly, rather drive over a rough road because he makes videos that are very different compared to what Daily Wire is doing. And if what Daily Wire hosts are saying or what they want to say or all the time, it's not really that deep. It's kind of like just sticking your feet in the ocean, not really diving into dives into stuff. Let's look at his recent content, you know, because he has been doing a lot of stuff, talking about elections, talking about things that would obviously end. And Stephen really in that response video, he states that it's not about the money. It's very different, you know. And look, Steven Crowder does have his is very milk toast is very milk toast type agendas, very simple stuff. Then um, then he dives into types of stuff, you know. He dives into other types of stuff. Um, it was talking about the election. I don't know if it was here or somewhere else. You know, I remember thing with the recent elections. I don't think it's here. Maybe it's on a live stream. You know, YouTube has actually separated everything. It's still, there's no sort by, oh, excuse me. No, sort by old anymore. Like, look at the stuff he's talking about. It's just not really something Daily Wire will dive into. Exclusive interview with Alex Jones, you know, uh, diving into Yoel Ruth, one of the people who worked on Twitter, you know, just dives in, you know. You know, the banking Jan 6th. Stuff like this is very different, you know, different compared to Daily Wire. You know, Daily Wire, as I said, they just put their feet into the ocean. Steven Crowder dives into the ocean. You know, is very craggy mountains. So overall, it's funny how he subscribed to this. But uh, I'm just disappointed in what's going on. And listen, still say it again. Daily Wire has a terrible contract. And what Steven was emphasizing in this video, he was worried about the future of Daily Wire hosts. What if a bunch of new people come? And obviously, how are they going how are they going to handle the contract? He even said he offered some advice on the contract, and they did not really want to listen. It's unfair to call Steven the bad guy, nor to call Daily Wire the bad people. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, you know, the freaking contract. It's not that hard. Change your contract. Change your contract. Um, you can't fight. You can't fight big tech or any by empowering it to destroy your employees. And this is something I want to point out. On the contract, on the contract, it states that you will get deducted. Your wealth will payment, your salary will be deducted if someone boycotts you. If there's a boycott online. You know how easy it is to boycott someone these days? Do you know how easy it is to boycott anyone? You know that, right? I can just pretend I'm a woke person and boycott someone, and I can ruin someone's life. You know, that's how easy it is. One person can take down a giant, you know, but for some reason the giants aren't willing to work together and stop that one person. You know what I'm trying to say? Uh, it's unfair how uh, it's unfair, really unfair. This contract explains why Daily Wire went from reporting 2020 election to immediately saying it was free and safe and secure the next day. I feel like a lot of people believe in a lot of things, uh, but overall, the elections itself, it was a very interesting one. Uh, Putting massive penalty percentages in it was a killer. Yeah, that's the problem. They could have at least had their cake and ate it if they did not have the penalty percentages. Basically, there were a lot of penalties, and it just did not make sense. It did not make sense at all. And someone said all Ben does is do commercials. Now, I want to be very honest. Commercials is part of their payment. You know, YouTubers get paid all the time by doing this. It's not abnormal. For instance, watch any YouTuber. Go on YouTube right now and watch. Well, you're on YouTube if you're watching this. Go watch some random video that pops up on your recommended feed. There's a high chance of that being sponsored by someone. You know, even when he had on Steven on Sunday show, he was doing commercials and Steven was making fun of him because it was ridiculous. But that's the thing. They need to make money as well. People keep forgetting that. You know, advertisers need to sell products, you know? So why is it that they can't do that? You know, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It may sound cringy, but just remember that's one way of getting money. Shows have been doing this throughout history. Television does this. Television. If those of you still watch television, put on some channel. Within 5 minutes, it'll cut to an ad break. Okay. So I'm just saying, it's pretty ridiculous. So at the end of the day, you know, reading ads is not a problem. They need sponsors, you know. Um, okay. So let me just read the new comments because sorting by new, you get a lot of interesting, interesting adversities. No, adverse. A lot of adverse people and a lot of people who disagree. Okay. The left take on this is, well, obvious at this point, the YouTube channels anyway, it's not transparency, it's open war. Basically, you become a slave to Daily Wire. I see why Steven disagreed with the contract. It does not represent who he is. Even Jordan Peterson feels less academic since he joined DW, and that's something I want to point out as well. You know, DW is not meant for everyone. It's not meant for everyone. It's not the best for everyone. That's why we have so many other alternatives to Daily Wire. We have The Blaze, we have TPUSA, we have PragerU, we have so many other types of alternatives, even independents. Go on YouTube right now, or Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey. You know, go on these platforms. You'll find a lot of people. Uh, a lot of people uh, just doing their own stuff. I have never really trusted Daily Wire. After they put nudity in their movie to capture, but when was this? I don't recall them putting nudity in their movies. Maybe it's a slight peak or something, but it wasn't that bad. That's why Jordan Peterson. Okay, no. Then why Jordan Peterson post about Steven and then take it down? I'm just curious. Exactly. Basically, what happened was Jordan Peterson tweeted something, and of course, it was taken down. I was not on Twitter. I was not on Twitter when this happened. I was not available on Twitter at the time, so all I have to do is just report the news. It's unfair that Daily Wire has to do something like this. It breaks my heart, because there are a lot of young conservatives out there working with Daily Wire. Daily Wire is very professional, so when you have contracts like this, it's very unprofessional. Now, someone says that Daily Wire has enough talent. I disagree. They have less talent. You know, you have the sports anchors, you have a couple of other show anchors and whatnot, but then you have your main talk show hosts, and that's basically it. That's basically it. They need a bit more to capture the Gen Z crowd. They need people like Brett Cooper and more people like Brett Cooper. So, what's gonna happen? Disappointed in the Daily Wire, knowing that they are punishing people to not be able to speak the truth. And that's something I want to point out as well, that that's what they're doing. So basically, they will deduct wealth fees from you if you get cancelled. And we know how easy that is. Or let's just say something gets demonetized. We know how easy it is to get demonetized or a strike on YouTube. I've got a strike last year, okay? It was not that good because what happened was YouTube detected nudity even though there was no nudity on my videos at all. There were no nudity. And YouTube detected that. So that was a problem, you know? You want to make money. You want to not restricted by leftist media. You made that clear, but you think it's all about money. It reminds me of the Tim Pool situation with Adam and Tim. Tim kept saying, he had so much money, he was paying or whatever, and Adam kept saying it's not about the money. He wasn't treated fair. That's something to point out. And that's just the big problem. Daily Wire should at least come out and apologize and say we're not going to do this. Yeah, his biggest problem is you penalizing for big tech strikes. If let's just say if I worked with Daily Wire and I got strike down, let's just say because of some random thing. They just automatically striked it for no reason, and for some reason we cannot repeal anything. So what can we do? Really, I will lose more money. It's unfair. Essentially, if someone gets cancelled by the left, all they have to do, as they often do, you will penalize them. For him, it's not about the money, but DW is about the money. Steven is principled, Daily Wire is greedy. I feel like when you're running a business, you have to take certain risks and you can't really do a lot of things. And Steven Crowder is not, as I said, the same animal like Daily Wire. They're very different types of people, and that's it. Now, if you go on Twitter, I went on Twitter today for the first time this year. You see a lot of people complaining about this, going back and forth about this. People are saying this was unfair, what Steven did. I feel like this is tearing apart a good friendship. Some people just want them to just, meet on good terms. And Crowder did promise something. Crowder promised that, if you're gonna work with him or whatever, he will not own that much from you. So that's interesting. This takes me back to a rant from Lauren Southern not too long ago, when she led off the stream and revealed the several prominent conservative voices she interacted with people with their sins, their contradictions, their lies, their hypocrisy, their betrayals. The conflicts of interest on and on. How much that naive audience doesn't know about the dirty details. Okay. Daily Wire, the toothpaste is out of the tube. That's funny. I'm gonna use it now in my books. The toothpaste is out of the tube. You know, like the cat's out of the bag. I like it. I like it. Okay. Mark Dice is the best conservative writer commentator on the internet. He tells it like it is. Yeah, it does. It definitely does. You know? Cancelled my membership after Candace slapped together and unhinged rant tantrum. Whoever greenlit that spectacle needs to get their percentages cut. Oh my gosh. It's not about the money. Anyways, how do I how do I sum this up very clearly? It's not about the money, it's about what Daily Wire is doing. You know, basically they're gonna cancel you if you get boycotted online. And that's unfair. They just need to change their contract, and that's it. And Crowder was worried about the future of Daily Wire, you know, giving them tips as well. He was worried for the future host of Daily Wire. What's gonna happen? What's to come? You know. Anyways, look at the weather. It's pretty cloudy today. Enough about the Daily Wire stuff. I'm tired. Okay. So, I received an email today. You know how I have one more parcel to arrive? I showed you all in the previous video my video game that I ordered um, and my book. Well, it turns out that they're expecting to receive. Let me open this up to show you. They're expecting to receive the game by this week. Not this week. Well, we could say next week. Around next week. You know, by 27th. And then, okay, wait, today is the 20th, 21st, 22nd on Saturday and Sunday, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Basically, Friday, they're expecting to receive it, and they're obviously going to ship it out 30th, which is basically the end of the month. And I waited so long for this, and that's the problem, you know, because I ordered this 23rd December. So I've been waiting so long for this, over a month for this. I've been waiting for, and that's not very fun. You know, that's not very fun to wait that long. You know, it's unfair how they don't have all of the supplies. It's unfair. It's so unfair, ladies and gentlemen. It's very unfair. Okay, let me just see what the website says. Because I got an email in the morning and I checked it, so let me just see what it says on the website. I was worried, what if they forgot about me? Oh, oh, it says expected second on the second, 2023. So the email, they tell me a story, and here they tell me a different story. Great, I love when I'm being told two different stories. Ordered on the 23rd of the 12th, by the way. Okay, so I'm pretty excited to get finally receive confirmation. They said expected, so it can even come earlier than that. It says ships in 8 to 13 working days. I've waited like freaking weeks for that, okay? So overall, excuse me. Overall, I'm pretty much pumped to play this game. I'm sure all of us are pumped to play this game. No, I'm gonna play it, so yeah. But I just feel annoyed, you know, that I had to wait so long for this. If that was the case, I could have purchased this online, but I did not want to purchase things online because I wanted another cartridge. I only have one cartridge and that's it. So I wanted something else, you know. Anyways, let's just say that's it. We could get it, even though the website says second. Email told me 30th. So let's just say even before that we could get it. Let's just hope we get that. It's unfair how long we waited for this. Okay. Anyways, ladies and gents, I am very thirsty. I am very tired. I have to go now. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful day. Bye.